Hey, what's going on? My name's Mosa, and you're on Runz on E-Xtra. My name's Mosa, but the full name is Mosa Dolua. That means I take refuge in God in Yoruba. It's a Yoruba name. I started music production in 2006 after I graduated from the SAE Institute. I was studying architecture at first, but it just wasn't right for me. So I went to SAE in 2004 and graduated in 2006. I came to Nigeria 2006 May. I met T.Y. Bello in July 2006, and we started working on the Greenland album. It was great. It was a great time. We spent about 8 months on it. Finished in 2007, released it, and just went on from there. First song I released, I'll Just Say It, I Love You. A friend of mine heard it, and I produced it and recorded it in 2011. And a friend of mine heard it in 2013 and said I was just pretty much wasting it, that I should just put it out there, because at the time I was just a producer. So I released the song, and I just wanted to see how people would respond to it, and they responded positively. So I thought, yeah, this is a bit more lucrative than just being a producer, so I just put both of them together. I'm adventurous in the type of sound that I like to use, but it's mainly I think it's in the lyrics, the words that I usually like to say things that have to do with my real life. So something I've been through, I'd like to write out, and I know that someone somewhere will relate to it. So I think it's the relatability in the lyrics and the way the words come together.
I know how it snuck up on me. Now I can't see a reason why we can't be. You don't have to say you feel the same way right now. I just want it off of my chest. I love you. I love you.
I want to give, like I said earlier, about giving young guys an aspiration to do better, like be better than what they are right now. It's not always about committing crimes and doing underhanded things to get what you want. Making a difference in children's and young kids' lives by starting from zero with what you have and going to the next level and going to the next, building, bootstrapping from one level to the next. I think that's the message I want to put out there, that if I can do it, you can do it. I don't have two heads. I don't have some kind of special powers. What I have is determination and the will to succeed, and just to drive and just make it happen. There's a market for what I'm doing in terms of people who have that taste, who have that international taste, people who listen to that kind of music. It's not the major market, it's not the pop charts in Nigeria, but there are people who genuinely like that kind of music, and that's pretty much all they listen to. So I have people calling me for weddings and birthdays, and there was a guy who called me to perform at his proposal. So there are people who like that. In terms of temptation to do the other type of music, it's there. I won't lie, of course, it's right there. But in terms of my core followership, people who are cheering me on, saying please stay with this kind of music, it's kind of, I felt like it would just be not betraying, but just denying that market completely. What I'm going to do is put different touches of that Afrobeat thing in my music and my album. I think I'll release a few singles in that vein as well. But in terms of swinging all the way into becoming an Afrobeat artist, I think that's a bit of a jump for me. I don't think I'll be able to sell it as well. in terms of diction, in terms of just the persona and everything, I'm more of a cool, laid-back type of person.
You've been hurt before, and I've seen the heartbreak that brought you down to your knees. And I know that it's hard for you to believe, but I promise that it'll be different with me.
Album, well, I'm working on it right now, and I want to release it at the end of this year. I'm looking to release it at the end of this year. I hope I can. But if not, then latest by early 2015. I'm trying to see what singles I'm going to release because I've got a bunch of them. I'm trying to see which one I should release next and which order and how many. I don't want to release the whole album because I want people to still be surprised by what they hear on the album. So I want to release bits and pieces of it. And let's say latest 2015, early 2015. Marriage and career. Well, that's a good question. My wife is my manager. So that just sorts that out right away. I have a number that I've put on the internet. And that's my number, and people call me just randomly. I've had some female callers, but she just answers the phone, and that just that stops that problem right there. I have no problem with connecting with fans and stuff, but I'm married, so there's a boundary. As much as I appreciate their support and stuff, that's just, if I was single, then yeah, of course I'd be wide open. But she's right there. She's my support system, manager, advice, things like that. So yeah, it's a good relationship. Let's say I'll just say Benz because I don't know, it goes back to childhood and just the image that Benz portrayed from when I was a childhood. I'd say I'd say Benz. I won't sugarcoat it and say it's easy and it's a quick ride. You'll meet all kinds of resistance, and you'll meet all kinds of resistance is the best way I can put it, because some people actually don't want that kind of music to succeed. I'll just say keep putting out your best, and if you're convicted to do something, stick with it until the end, because there's nothing more rewarding than seeing your dreams come to life and just dreaming about something. Even if it takes 5 years, 10 years, just stay with it until you get your result. Don't quit. I'm on social media, on all social media platforms. It's Mosa, ITSMOSA, and my website is itsmosa.com. So everything about me online pretty much is It's Mosa. If anywhere you go, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, I'm on there at ITSMOSA. Hey, what's going on? My name's Mosa, and you've been watching Runz on E-Xtra.
Please say something.